Every Sunday night, hit that link. We're live in the chat, side by side, past, present, future collide. Hey! From Hulkamania, running wild through the screen, to dusty floors and broken rings in my dreams. Dusty roads and the polka dots heart on his sleeve. The American dream taught a nerd to believe. Then the glass shatters, I'm out of my chair. Stone Cold says, I just whipped your ass, I'm there. Do you smell what the rock is cooking in the air? Whole timeline tangled in the cables and glass. This is the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. WWE in our veins, talking back to the past. Hustle, loyalty, respect in the chat tonight. We slam that subscribe, let the takes ignite. The Wrestling with Nerds podcast, from the legends to the ones who ain't crowned yet. Turn it up, feel the canvas shake. Every Sunday live, we stay wide awake. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. From dusty tapes, VHS on the floor, to the American nightmare kicking down the door. Neck bare, booking wild in a message board red, arguing finishes my heroes never had. Screens glow bright like the Titantron light. We fantasy book every card, every fight. WWE from the cradle to the casket match. Hit live and watch the whole world crash. We chant through the glitches, we pop for the swerves. We're the marks and the critics every botch deserves. This is the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. WWE in our veins, talking back to the past. Hustle, loyalty, respect in the chat tonight. We slam that subscribe, let the takes ignite. The Wrestling with Nerds podcast, from the legends to the ones who ain't crowned yet. Turn it up, feel the canvas shake. Every Sunday live, we stay wide awake. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hulkamania in my childhood room, do you smell that heat? It's about to boom. Stone Cold stomp in my hallway shoes. I'm still that kid with the pay-per-view blues. The American nightmare on the road ahead. Dusty's ghost smiling at the words we said. Past, present, future in a chair that creaks. Hit go live and let the ring rope speak. This is the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. WWE in our veins, talking back to the past. Hustle, loyalty, respect in the chat tonight. We slam that subscribe, let the takes ignite. The Wrestling with Nerds podcast, from the legends to the ones who ain't crowned yet. Turn it up, feel the canvas shake. Every Sunday live, we stay wide awake. Every Sunday night, every chant, every word, past, present, future collide. On the Wrestling with Nerds, present, future collide.
The following announcement is paid for by the Wrestling with Nerds.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
This honky tonk man, greatest intercontinental champion of all time, and you're watching Wrestling with Nerds podcast. Yes, that's my favorite. Shake, rattle, and roll.
Well, what's going on, wrestling nerds? And welcome to this week's episode of the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. We are here having some fun on Super Bowl Sunday, talking about our favorite thing, wrestling. Hi, Mike.
What's up, AJ? How's it going, Paxton? How we doing, Fry?
I'm pretty good. I guess everybody's getting ready for the WrestleMania football today.
The slaughterhouse that isn't going to be for my team.
Definitely. We don't have four windows, but we do have our fourth member. He is the fourth man because the other one's not showing up anytime soon, I guess. Paxton is here, and he's like, I'm not looking.
So is he the fourth member of the bloodline?
It's 3.5 men.
3.5 men. There you go. It's a full house in here. It's a full house in here.
As long as I'm not Danny Tanner.
What's wrong with Danny Tanner?
Realizing now that he was a sick person outside of that show.
Good night, Michelle.
Good night, Michelle. Yep.
So I know it's a famous line, and I think it's a copyrighted podcast, but I don't really care. What do you guys want to talk about?
Raheem?
You can start right with Raheem, that's for sure. You can start right with that one.
It's a you know what measuring contest. Well, I didn't get the name Raheem for no reason. Dead. Like, it's snowing. It is snowing at this point on my drive at work, and I listen to everything while I'm working to just get the aspect of it. I might have lost traction for a second because I was laughing too hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's Black History Month, and every year the same things come out for the WWE, and everybody's like, there's two people on these pictures that shouldn't be on. Well, one probably shouldn't, but the other one, yes. Sol Ruka is always included in Black History Month, and everybody's like, she's a white girl. No, she's not. Her dad is black, I believe it is. And well deserved to be on the list, I guess. But then you got Cody Raheem Rhodes, which, I mean, I guess Dusty and Sapphire did have a kid.
Dead. Literally just was not expecting it. Number one, I think that's why it hit so fast, like hard.
Yeah.
Because it was such an intense promo, and then he comes out with that.
If you saw the tweet from Jey Uso, it just says Raheem.
He's gonna be the next meme of like the Vince Durag era.
As long as he doesn't say what Vince said on TV, we're good.
Tell me he didn't say that.
No, today is just a fun episode. We really don't have a whole lot going on. We're a week out of Royal Rumble.
We do have one match confirmed for Mania, though.
Kind of in that lull.
That was, if we're going to talk about it, that was the best promo either one of them has done in the last 10 years. Because it started here, right? And by the end of the promo, it is here and has me very excited for that effing match.
Well, the only problem is I have with it is you have 9 weeks now of television you have to cover.
I think we're going to see Roman at least 6 of those weeks.
Do you put it above the Cody and Roman promos? Whether it be WrestleMania promos or the one in
Georgia Tech.
Atlanta that they did on the football field? Because the one on the football field is by far, I think, the best promo
I think that's the most
anybody's put out for WWE in the
I
last
think that one's the
bit.
most cinematic.
Yeah. Just wipe it on the shirt because it's enough to cry about.
Yeah.
I think it's the most cinematic promo, but this one I feel like the intensity was at its highest.
Oh, you start putting cuss words in there and then being like, I hate you. It's
Well,
like, well, then there you go.
I've always hated you.
That's the difference between WWE and AEW. AEW drops cuss words just to drop cuss words.
Yep.
WWE does it when it means something, and it's still okay. I had to. What the hell is AJ doing with a bottle? And then I realized it's on the back of Paxton's head. As weird as this sounds in this day and age with cuss words and all that kind of stuff, a cuss word in the right spot will still get a huge pop. I mean, for the good reason or a bad reason. This one was for a good reason. It put everything in perspective. I was thinking about this the other day. Of all these WrestleMania matches that we've been given that are absolutely amazing,
No.
the one thing that I wish and I hope that they put more planning into is the build trailers for WrestleMania for each match. I was on a TikTok thing the other day just flipping through things, and all of a sudden I kept getting all these ones, and it brought back the greatest vignette into a WrestleMania match ever, which is Rock Austin WrestleMania 17 My Way.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need something like that.
I think it.
I think those videos make WrestleMania because they don't do it for all the other ones as much.
Well, don't get me wrong.
But that for WrestleMania makes WrestleMania special. And you got to think also for this coming year, they're gonna pull out all stops because of how bad last year's WrestleMania in Vegas was.
So would you compare the build like the WrestleMania 40 build that we got when all that stuff went down? Kind of like similar?
Yeah. I would say it's going to be very similar, and I think it's going to they're going to get very personal because they can, because of the backstory of the Shield was brought in to be CM Punk's bodyguards, basically, and they decided they didn't want to do that anymore, and they went away from it.
I mean, what the hell, dude?
And everything they mentioned in that first promo, did they shoot all? I guess the best way to say it is, did they shoot their whole shot on that one promo?
I hope not. I don't think so. I think they're capable of.
Is there more to dig into for these two promo wise?
I would think so. There's at least a little bit more you could dig into.
It'll be interesting because the one piece that ties them together is not involved with either one of them, that being Paul Heyman.
I would love to see this continue, not weekly, but for the majority of the weeks leading up. I would think it'd be cool if CM Punk shows up on a set where The Rock is, slaps the shit out of The Rock.
Yeah. But we also
send this message to your cousin since he can't be around.
Well, we also did kind of get this week. Punk dropped by McAfee's show, and he was talking more crap about Roman on McAfee's show after what Roman did the week before. But Roman was mostly talking about the Royal Rumble the week before. So there's that. There was at least a little connection this following week.
Do you want to just play with everything?
I think this build to this has to be the most creative build to a match at WrestleMania
Where'd it go? There it is.
because of Roman's comments the week before about creative stalling out and being dry and stale. This has got to get interesting. This can't be Cody and Cena from last year with Punk and part-time Roman. I think AJ kind of hit it on the head. 6 out of 9 Raws. I would like to see it be more. Of course, we would all want to see it be all of them,
Yeah.
but there could be 1 or 2 where he doesn't have to be there.
And I think that's
let Punk carry the promo or whatever.
Well,
I
that's
think-
what Punk is really good at, is the promo. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not saying he's bad, bad in the ring. I'm just saying, you put a mic in his hand, that's where he'll carry it.
Well, I guess that's my biggest thing too, is looking at not just this match, but any match that gets official for Mania. It's like you have the next 9 weeks that you got to fill television 2 times a week on SmackDown and Raw to build toward Mania. But
Well,
you
what's
also
good is
gotta
they only have to do one show with that feud.
True, but it's still 9 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, hopefully they have done their homework and they have 9 weeks planned, or they have these two planning the 9 weeks, because apparently a little bit of what I read is those two are the two that did that whole promo.
Mhm.
There was no agent involved in that, or producer involved in that promo between the two of them. I did really like how they basically made in that one promo made the world heavyweight title seem bigger than the WWE title, and it was at Drew McIntyre's expense.
Uh-huh.
So, that's that he's a guy that you can bury that way, that it's not going to hurt him any, because he has that go away heat on from the fans anyway, whereas other people have that I'm a cool guy heat. Drew McIntyre has brought back the go away heat. The other interesting point about this, and you kept, I think it was you that kept bringing it up in when we were watching it on Monday, is who's the face and who's the heel in this feud. And I don't think we have to worry about that. I think it's Punk is a face of a certain genre of wrestler, and Roman is a face of another genre of wrestling. And I think
And they all have heel tendencies.
you can have that clash between the two of them, both being faces, in the aspect of I'm a face for the people that love wrestling, and I'm a face for the Samoan dynasty and what wrestling's been for the last
not
10
grabbing
years,
my cup.
because my family's the reason we're here, type deal. And I think that works out pretty good.
And I think too, if you flip it too, you're gonna get your classic heel and classic babyface for the WWE title, because it's probably gonna be Drew that's the heel, and it's probably gonna be Cody Rhodes as your face. Then you're gonna
Well,
get your
I
classic
hope
matchup.
not. I
The
hope
more
not.
and more I keep watching, the more and more on SmackDown I keep seeing is I think we're gonna end up getting that triple threat match that I don't think any of us really want to see.
Oh, you
I
thought
don't.
too?
There's just nothing about the three of them in the ring together for me, unless there's some sort of stipulation to it. There's nothing in the ring that makes me want to watch these three fight each other. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work for me. The Samoan werewolf Jacob
Died
thing
when he got
is
hurt.
kind of worn off, in my opinion. Like, he's still really, really talented, but he's just another. I don't want to say this in a mean way, or he's now just he's Umaga after he got beat by Cena.
He's not a monster anymore.
He's not. He's nobody to be a threat about anymore. The only thing I can see is
I need Cody
They're
to
not-
get away from the championship for a little while.
they're not gonna pull the trigger on a Cody heel turn. For one, I'm seeing it in the chat about Cody will be the heel.
I saw that.
I don't. They're not pulling the trigger on a Cody heel turn yet. They just aren't.
Well, and that's what I want them to do, because I want him and Randy.
Yeah, but I want Randy as the heel.
I was gonna say Randy as a heel would be good.
I want Randy more as a heel than I want anybody to be a heel. I want Randy Orton the way Randy Orton is meant to be. The Viper. Yes, it's fun to cheer for a RKO out of nowhere when it's funny on somebody like Solo on Friday.
I mean, I'm not saying they'll do it, but what if they turn that match?
What do you mean?
They go in like Austin and Hart, and Randy punts him to win that match, and that's where it.
Yeah, but if Randy punts him, then Randy's the heel. But so either way, I don't care as long as we get Randy and Cody. I don't care if it's for a world title or not. I think that match could go with or without. I think a world title gives it a little bit more on top of it. But as personal as those two can get, and I've been saying it now for 3 years, as personal as those two can get, it could be better than Hunter and Randy. WrestleMania 25, the match was mid-level, but the promos and all of the vignettes and all the stuff building up to it was the best. I love going back and watching those where Hunter goes to Randy's house and Randy drops Stephanie with the DDT and kisses her while he's got Stephanie handcuffed or Triple H handcuffed to the corner.
And then punt kicks Shane and Vince.
And then he punt kicks the whole damn family. You could have the same thing. Randy and Cody was never done the way it is now. Randy and Cody was done when Cody was still just trying to figure out who he was. So I want this Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes thing more than I want anything. But I want Randy to be the heel because Randy as heel is best Randy.
You know, it'd be interesting if both of those are in the chamber this year. Why don't you if you do like flip them at the chamber?
Well, didn't Randy won the match to qualify for Elimination Chamber, right?
Yeah, he did. Yes.
And then this week coming up, we get Cody, Jacob, and Sammy, right?
Yep.
I'm banking on
Anybody but Sammy.
I'm banking on Sammy or Jacob and Cody to hurt each other or basically take each other out, and Sammy's gonna get the win.
Yeah. Gross.
I'll take that back. However this match goes, if Sammy wins it, then they're going with Sammy Balboa for WrestleMania. If one of the other two wins it, then we're gonna get the triple threat match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
As much as none of us want to see Sammy Balboa do nothing, I like what Bob Holly said, where if Sami Zayn was in his time area, he'd be the guy tearing the ring apart and pulling the mats apart. All for it. So I don't care.
I guess that comes down to pick your two evils. I guess the lesser of the two evils. Which one do you rather
The
see?
WWE Championship at WrestleMania isn't the title to watch.
And for the first time in a long time, it's not gonna be. I think the WWE title will be a Saturday night show, and Punk and Roman will be a Sunday.
I think it's gonna be an WrestleMania opening match.
No, they'll still make that close the show on Saturday, unless they close it with a women's match.
Which that's kind of where I was gonna go with that.
What are you gonna talk about? The women's. Go ahead.
Talk about the women's. The tag team division is better than both of the singles divisions right now. There's so much talent in the tag team division. I literally want this, and I know they won't do it because they didn't like the year they did do it. But give me a women's tag team championship elimination chamber match at Elimination Chamber, and I would be all for it.
What about doing a ladder match with titles of Mania?
I think that's still a possibility, but I also think now with the Bellas back, that's going to be possibly a triple threat match with the Bellas, whoever the champions are, and one other team. Which I know they get a bunch of flack from people.
I don't care that they're back.
I don't care. I don't care that they're back, but yeah, they get a lot of flack for people here in the States that see their social media coverage and all that stuff, and one was married to married to Bryan Danielson. The other one got how she got because she was dating John Cena. Blah blah blah.
I don't know if it was that. I think it was the
Brie got the biggest pop at the Royal Rumble,
She did. Yes, she did.
and we're in Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
She got the biggest pop. So there's a fan following for the Bella Twins, no matter how bad of a wrestling team they are, that they're gonna put them on the show somewhere.
Can we just talk about that promo that they had on Monday? How awkward that was. Like that.
Yeah.
That was
whole-
very
the
awkward.
whole crowd is chanting Dasheen or whatever.
Well, yeah.
it was.
Well, think about where they were,
Yeah,
what's
they were
been
Philly.
going on in social media,
Yeah.
and you put the Bella Twins on TV. I understand why it was cut short or why it was short because they didn't want more of that coming through. They wanted the focus to be on them as a tag team, not who Nikki has in her bed or who she's feeding milk and cookies to.
I just guess too. Like I mean, you even made a good point on Monday too when we were
I'm lactose
watching
intolerant. I would love that.
when we were on Monday. It's like even Ryan put on the Facebook. He's like, I can hear the refs. Like the whole crowd and the whole mic situation on Monday was so weird. It was
Yeah.
like it was a lot weirder than normal.
It was so hard to concentrate on the street fight. I almost wanted to go back and watch it muted because I could not focus on what they were doing in the ring when the referee is literally directing traffic through the entire match and I can hear him. Not almost hear him. I could make out what he was saying clear as day, and it was annoying. And I know that they said that match was dog water. I couldn't tell you because I couldn't focus,
Dude, your claws hurt.
and I've yet to go back and watch it.
Ow.
And now, to Mike's dismay, they are really, really starting to plant the seed of what the split of the Judgment Day is going to be. But we have 9 weeks for them to do so.
Did you see how
Mhm.
lukewarm Dom introduced Liv was?
On
he-
Monday?
Yeah,
got a decent- he
and
got a decent pop.
here's Liv Morgan.
Speaking of Dom or Mike, I hear that he might lose a little bit of weight.
Yeah. If you watched Triple H show last night, Valkingo, basically because Dom and Valkingo are going to have a match in a couple weeks here. I think it's March, I believe is the thing. Yeah, for that match, Valkingo said for Dom, why don't you put your hair on the line in this match? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. If he loses his hair.
So let me get this straight. Let me put my booking ears on.
They
for a second.
watched the show and they've heard you talk about it. Yes, right.
No, Valkingo is challenging Dom for the title,
He is.
but Dom's also putting his hair on the line.
Yes. And there will also be, I saw last night too, because they were doing a double taping for AAA. Because that's on February 21st. For next week when that comes out, this Dom stipulation for that match for Valkingo is no more title shots. Which
So Dom has to defend his title and has a chance to lose his hair just
Yep.
so that the other one can't challenge anymore.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is interesting.
Very much so. And it's really going to depend on what. I mean, if I was Dom, my stipulation would be that the big giant dude standing behind you can't be anywhere near us.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
It's like if I have 2 stipulations, you should have 2 stipulations. 1, you can't have another title shot, and 2, that big guy has to stay in the locker room. For sure.
And I'm starting to think too, when they do that match, maybe Liv comes and helps him, keeps his title, because I know that was also rumored last night that Dom had a phone call on the social media thing, and he's like, "Yeah, you don't need to come with me this time. You can come next time." So I'm thinking she's gonna help him.
That's a good thing to think, but I'm also thinking that if they're gonna go with this split for Judgment Day, it would be more interesting if it's one of the other ones and it wasn't Liv that was on the phone with him. That it's Raquel or Roxanne that happens to help him
He's poontanging
without
Roxanne.
Liv knowing.
It would be interesting, but I just think they're just gonna have splits gonna be between Liv and Dom and everybody else, because that's to me that's how they're building this up. Because I mean, when we saw this week on SmackDown, Raquel kicked Liv in the face, but Liv kind of cost her.
to get away from that.
I think Finn getting away is going to be the biggest thing, and I honestly think we're going to get Finn versus Dom at WrestleMania.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That's what it's going to lead up to.
For
Because
the
I think
Intercontinental title.
yes, because I think at Elimination Chamber it's going to be CM Punk and Finn, and somehow I think Dom's going to get involved in that match and kind of screw Finn.
Very good call there. It would be really, really, really cool to see some sort of stipulation in a Dom Finn match at WrestleMania where we get the Demon Finn against Dom.
Yeah.
Maybe even it sounds like now they're starting to get to that time where they're ready for Dom to get his haircut, which we've all said that the hair was getting long anyway for a reason. So maybe he survives Valkingo, but doesn't survive Finn at WrestleMania. As hot as Dom is popular wise, I think you still keep him heel.
Thank you for saying
Oh,
popular
yes.
wise after that.
Yes. You don't turn him face, you don't turn Liv face, you turn everybody else face. Because I think Finn's ready for a face turn.
Yeah.
I think
Finn's been a heel since his return at NXT when it was still black and gold. He's been heel since then. Basically, I think there was a small period when he came back to the main roster where he was kind of a face, but really not. And I think this could be the launching point for Finn to get back to where he should be, because everybody can agree that when Finn Balor is on, Finn Balor can be the best.
Until he
And I think now with
butts up his shoulder.
AJ leaving, he knows that kind of falls on him to be the veteran that is still one of the best in the ring.
And I think too, like I mentioned last week, I think post Mania, your plans are lead up to a Dom and a CM Punk feud, and I think that includes Liv and AJ Lee in the same thing at SummerSlam. Now it could be a mixed tag match for both of them, or you could be two separate matches at SummerSlam. But I think after Mania, that's the direction they're going to go.
They very well could. They very well could, and it works. I mean, especially if something happens at Mania where Liv doesn't win the world title, and AJ gets Becky and beats Becky for the Intercontinental title, then them two just start a verbal feud with each other, and we're off to the races. We're off to the races with Liv and AJ for the IC title.
Because you also started to notice too, Punk he's not incorporated in the feud, but he's dropping nuggets every last couple weeks about Dominic Mysterio.
I could see Dom being like, Punk is the reason Finn left us.
Yep.
Because he's the one that started it. So Punk is the one. And then we also had the funny, I don't know if AJ caught it, but me and you watched it, and I think Joe was watching it with us. The Hot Ones YouTube channel had Punk and AJ Lee on.
Yep.
And it ended with Punk looking at the camera and saying, F Dom Mysterio. So who knows where it's gonna go. I think it'll be a fun road with that. And then you flip the channel to the SmackDown page, and who cares? Jade Cargill has been the women's champion since November, I think is what we figured out, and hasn't defended the titles yet. I love Jordynne Grace. I've been a Jordynne Grace fan for a lot of years, but God, when she looks so small compared to everybody.
Yet she's a huge ass powerhouse.
Yeah. So it's like, where are we going? Where is the women's championship going on the SmackDown roster? And it could very well be a match that people completely forget about for WrestleMania, because unless they bring. The only thing, and I know people are going to hate this, the only thing that I think could save that women's championship is Charlotte versus Jade.
No, what about Alexa Bliss being in there? Because I think that would somewhat save it too.
You could, but I could see Alexa. I don't understand why they don't use Alexa like they're using Becky. Let Alexa be the U.S. champion to elevate the U.S. title would be a very smart idea to use on SmackDown.
Because right now with Julia being that champion, it's kind of just like
Well,
eh.
and now that Chelsea's injured, which I was gonna get back with you on that for the AAA show from the other night. Now that we know that Chelsea got injured Friday night on SmackDown and is in a walking boot.
Yep.
She breaking? Oh, she break her
That-
nose again?
No, that ankle looked really bad.
So there needs to be a veteran talent involved in that United States Championship picture, in my opinion, to try to elevate it, because that's the only women's title that's not been any kind of elevated since it was introduced. It's been literally Selena Vega, Chelsea Green, Selena Vega,
Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green, then Julia,
Yep.
then Chelsea Green's held it twice, right?
Yeah, she held it. She took it back from Zelina, and then Julia won it from Chelsea.
And then she beat Julia for it, and then Julia beat her for it.
Yep.
So that's been the only presence of the United States Championship on the women's side. So add some veterans to that, and we're good to go.
Yeah.
Lash and Nia, they look dominant. Nia looks way better than she's been. I watched her thing on a little bit of her CVV interview where she's lost over 100 pounds since she came back to the WWE. That's awesome to hear. She looks better. Let them go on a run maybe with the tag titles. Let them go against Rhea and Io and the Bellas at Mania. That would be interesting.
Yeah, somebody on the chat said comments on Matt. I would assume Matt Cardona. Maybe that's what
Matt's doing what he wants. I really hate when people see people come back and automatically think they should go like over and be present, like front and center on shows. He's working with Kit Wilson.
This is not
Kit
AEW.
Kit Wilson is there. Kit Wilson is getting over with the fans by his music and his whole
just ask AJ
toxic
Capola
mess.
in that theme song. Just ask AJ.
His old toxic fucking light on AJ's face and he's not. But
he got the hip swinging too.
So I think Cordona's doing a great job with that. He's the guy that helped kind of get him over. And Matt understands what his job is. That's the difference between Chelsea and Matt than a lot of other ones. Is they know how to get people over, but when it's time for them to get over, they can get over. And it's all part of paying your dues and all of that kind of stuff. I think Cardona will be just fine. And he's going to get Kit up to that mid-card level to possibly challenge for the U.S. title. I didn't see on Friday night, did Carmelo have a U.S. title open match?
He did, and it was versus The Miz.
Okay. So they went with that. That's fine. People are putting in the work that they need to put in. This isn't, as AJ said, it's not AEW or TNA where when a new person comes in, they don't throw them all right to the top where they think they should be, because in a way, if you're not happy with the booking on WWE, do it yourself on WWE 2K26 when it comes out. It's kind of always been my line for that, is if you don't like the booking, go do it yourself and
What a segue.
see how it works. And yes, it was a segue, AJ. Thank you very much.
What
Guys,
a segue.
Are you getting the WWE 2K26 game when it comes out?
I'm gonna get the $150 edition like you are.
I didn't know I had the doctor from The Simpsons.
I was just trying to see too, before we get into this full conversation, since after the Chamber, we're not going to have a pay-per-view for the month of March. I was just curious to see if they were doing a Saturday night main event in March, and I can't find anything on that. So maybe they aren't having anything in March at all.
Well, they didn't announce the Toronto one until the Cena one. So who knows? But if they take, I think they learned last year not to do that because they booked that Saturday night's main event, and then we were immediately to WrestleMania, and it was all over the place.
Well, and
So
it's like when they did the one this just past month in January. It's like they did that, and then they did the Royal Rumble the next week. It's like that's not necessary.
When you're done talking about this, Ryan, go through what each tier of the wrestling game is going to get, because there's a $150 dang kind of, and I'm pretty sure you get a chunk with that 150. But I have to go make a bottle, as I don't know if you've heard. He's a little whiny. I'll be back.
yeah, right. He's a bottle for you. Just to pop on to what Different was talking about here, Hobbs NXT. No, and it's not Hobbs. It's Royce Keys. Let's go with the name of the guy that he is. He chose his name. It's not like WWE made this theme for him to use, and they're using it. He's the one that came up with wanting to change his name to begin with, and it's honoring his son and his mother, I believe it is. I think he'll be on SmackDown, and I think he'll be Cody's backup. I think that's where they'll play him at. I think he'll be at some point. Cody's going to need help for something, and it's going to be Royce Keys, which I'm a big Royce Keys fan. Hobbs, whatever. I think the dude's got a tremendous upside. I know he's mid-30s, but I could definitely see him taking the U.S. title off of Carmelo Hayes at some point. Plus, the idea of Royce Keys versus Oba, if Oba decides to go to SmackDown, would be amazing. I think Oba will end up on Raw. Just my opinion.
Did you like what they've been doing this week with him, with Oba?
The highlighting of like squash matches and stuff. Yeah, I like that. They did that when Braun Strowman first came up. They did that with Oba, or with Omos when he first debuted. That's very old school way of introducing somebody. You keep feeding them people until finally there's somebody that answers the challenge that's just as big as them or more of a challenge for them. I love that idea.
I think it's Brock.
Brock maybe, but if he goes to Raw, I could definitely see it being Gunther.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Could definitely see Oba versus Gunther in the future. But we'll have to wait and see.
Can they retire Gunther?
I think a lot of us would enjoy that, to be honest with you. Let me bring that up since he wants to make my life difficult.
You see, he's not here to defend himself, so you can just bury him.
I'll bury him if he was here. So yeah, the new WWE game coming out, 2K26. We know of CM Punk is the cover of the regular version. We're getting 4 editions of the game this year. We're getting the standard one, which is just the full game. Pre-order bonus is the Joe Hendry pack. You don't get this 7 days early, so you get it on March 13th. And that one I think is the normal price of $60. The King of Kings edition, which is the one with Triple H on the cover. That's the one where everybody's giving Triple H flack because he's so egotistical. He put himself on the video game.
They fixed his titties too.
Like he's fully in charge of everything, and he put himself on the video game. 7-day early access, full game, pre-order bonuses, Joe Hendry pack, 32,500 of VC points, ringside pass premium. Now that's a new thing for this year. It's basically just like the battle passes for like Call of Duty or any of them. I kind of like it because it's not just you buy it and you get it. You've got to actually work into the game to get other things unlocked.
I don't mind it, but I'm gonna be really upset like if there's like a time where I get tired of it like I do with every game and you get locked out of certain things because you didn't finish it.
I think they'll have it where eventually, like down the road, like you'll be able to get that back. you'll be able to get those pieces that you didn't get on the pass.
Yeah, but then you'll have to repay for it after you paid for the pass.
No, I think like down the road it'll just be an unlock or a lockable or unlockable. I'm sorry.
Are you
What's
falling
the
asleep?
is Punk on the $150 one? Is that the cover he's on?
No, Punk is just on the standard covered one.
Standard cover, okay.
Yeah.
It's
The
Punk,
next one. The next
it's
one is the
Triple H.
Shut up.
No, I was just saying the ones we've talked about. It's Punk on the original one, and then it's Triple H on the Attitude Era one.
Yeah. No, he's on the King of Kings edition.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
The Attitude Era one is got Austin, Kane, Undertaker, Hunter, Shawn, Rock, Kurt Angle, Stephanie, Lita, Trish, Chyna, and the Dudley Boys.
I made this
You
bottle.
get that 7 days early. Same things, pre-order bonus, Joe Hendry pack, 32,000 VC points, which I haven't seen. Hold on a minute.
Different styles. We'll get there. He's getting to the $150 mark.
Okay, we do have the My Faction is back this year. I kept reading everything and never saw if that was coming back or not, which is great because I love the My Faction. I became a big fan of it in this past game. The King of Kings edition pack, which basically is the same thing. This one now you get Superstar Mega Boost, so you get another 100,000 VC credits, and then the My Rise Boost, which is where you can basically make your guy a 92 overall, I think it is, when he starts. For My Rise, I'm kind of curious to see where they go with this year's My Rise. Last year's with the Mutiny. The NXT Mutiny thing was a wonderful story. I loved the whole thing. So I'm kind of hoping like this one's more like maybe you go back into the Attitude Era. So, that could be a lot of fun.
One thing I'm happy that they started doing again, which for a while they didn't. I'm very happy that they started voice acting.
They let the ones act, yeah.
And while there were still some text boxes that you had to read through, it brings a whole new level, and I feel like of immersion when you actually have CM Punk talking to you as CM Punk.
Yes, 100, and you're not reading the subtitles. I got you on that one. And then the final edition, which is the $150 version, which I've already pre-ordered. 7-day early bonus, full game pre-order bonuses. The Joe Hendry pack, 32,500 VCs. The premium ringside pass. The mega boost, and then you get a WrestleMania 42 pack that comes out in the summer, and then you get basically everything else that all the other ones have. Plus, you get all of the other packs when they come out because we know the WWE releases. I think it's usually 5 to 6 DLCs throughout the year, and it usually is Usually it comes out, and then it's usually the month after WrestleMania they release the first pack. Then they'll release a second pack like 2 months later. And usually they're different things. Like, I would not be shocked if we don't get a TNA pack at some point this year.
I thought
we
that
usually
was the plan.
We usually get a older. Last year we got an Attitude Era pack, and then we got a Gold Era pack. I think you'll get one of each of them again. This year. I did see where some of the DLCs that are coming out for the game right away that are on the ringside pass has got me really excited. We're supposed to get a 1998 version of the Macho Man Randy Savage, which means he's a WCW 98 Macho, not the Macho Man from the 80s that the games have had for the past couple of years. So I'm looking forward to that. I think we're also getting like a 98 version of Piper. A lot of the Attitude Era wrestlers we're going to see a lot more of this year on the game. So I'm
Ryan,
looking
you got
forward
another
to that.
question. Which version did you get? Did you get the physical CD or are you getting digital?
No, I get digital. I don't buy CDs anymore. There's no point to that.
You rent the game.
Unless you want like the box as like a token. Like a memory
I
thing.
used to do that because they used to come with something in them to make them special. Like the one year that Hogan was on the cover of the game, there was a poster and it came with a NWO Hulk Hogan Funko. which I was dumb enough to take it out of the box, and I don't know where the box is because I didn't collect Funkos back then, and evidently that Funko now is worth like $150 to $200. Oops.
You took your Funko out of the box?
That one I did. My other ones aren't. They're still in boxes over here now that I learned to keep them in the box. But
As you could see behind me, they don't leave their boxes.
yeah, even when it floods the basement. Shut up.
Wow.
That hurt your feelings?
Yeah,
I
'cause
love how the kid is asleep, but his fingers are still twitching.
Yeah, right.
he
Is he
took it.
rubbing? Is he
he-
rubbing your? Is he rubbing your hand?
No, there's
Like
like there's a little gap there. But no, I make a bottle. It's a 4-ounce bottle, what he normally gets. He takes a half an ounce and
But
you can have him
so
acknowledge
yeah.
you.
Let's see here. It's showing the stuff for the game. Of course, the community creations is back. My Rise is back. The island is back, which there's a bunch of hidden things on the island to find. He's acknowledging me. I appreciate that. My faction. I became a big fan of my faction last year. GM mode is back.
yay, hopefully it's the third iteration of it. So I hope they continue to make it better.
Evolve it.
Yeah.
I did see the Rock's daughter still the GM for NXT when that came out. That screenshot came out.
Is she?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with all the stuff that she's come out and said about the WWE, I don't know how long that's gonna.
Oh, we're getting some new match types for this year. We're getting, of course, ironically enough, they just had one on TV, but we're getting the 3 stages of hell is coming back.
Yay.
That's been in the game before. It's now finally making its return.
Inferno match.
We are getting an Inferno match.
Mm-hmm.
We are now getting a dumpster match, which everybody was wanting last year in the game after the whole Chelsea Green Meechin dumpster match on SmackDown.
Yep.
But I think it was a little too close together. Apparently now in the brawls, there's a shopping cart that you can throw your person into a shopping cart and shove them off of things, which I think will be very fun.
You can use the title now too. I saw that the other day. You can start using the title to whip at your opponent.
You could also there's more of the crowd you can run around.
Nice.
More barricade offense.
Nice.
Yeah, there's now a new thing on the island called the Scrapyard Brawl, where you're basically fighting in a junkyard. The only thing they didn't bring back for AJ is you don't have the option in steel cage matches to make the big blue cage. It's still just the chain link fence one.
That's dumb.
She put the Punjabi prison cage in there.
Ew.
I don't know if that was ever in a game.
I don't
think it
remember if it
is.
was or not.
I don't
but
think so.
It should never be in anywhere ever again.
Yeah,
So
those
my
matches
first question, well, because every time they advertised it, it ended up being somebody else in the match except for one.
Yeah.
The only time the match went by who was actually supposed to be in it was Jinder and Orton.
Yep.
Didn't Khali do it?
Khali was supposed to be in one and backed out of it, and it ended up being like Batista and Kane.
I guess what scared me all the time is that thing was made out of wood and it was like Sharpie, and I'm like, that doesn't.
Well, no, the worst part was it was bamboo, but it had metal behind it, and it was solid. It didn't have no give.
Yeah.
Because it was basically the big blue cage with bamboo wrapped around it, so it had no give and it hurt.
Yeah.
So I guess my first question for both of you is when you get the game and you sit down and you finish downloading it and you fire it up, who's the first person you're setting on fire and why?
I'm probably downloading your character and setting him on fire.
There's that. You could do that.
I was totally not expecting that. And you said it with such conviction.
Something I've thought about.
Jeez.
I could tell.
but
So who are you setting on fire? Besides me.
realistically,
Yeah, realistically, who you putting on fire?
I'll probably end up doing Kane versus Undertaker and probably firing Kane again. They're like, go be with your parents.
Are you gonna go arm or leg this time? Because remember, he had both his arm and his leg caught on fire.
Yeah,
Or are you gonna be like MVP and set your ass on fire?
that was funny.
I was gonna do Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt or the Fiend and just have the Fiend burn Randy Orton this time instead of the other way around.
Damn.
Just saying.
I mean, you can't really burn the Fiend anymore.
No, you can't.
He's already in an urn.
Oh, jeez.
That may have been just a little too soon.
Yeah, maybe.
Sorry, I make jokes. What I do, I make jokes and I know things.
So the real quick question is, if you can do it in the 3 stages of hell,
Oh
do
yeah,
you have an Inferno match followed by an ambulance match, followed by the casket?
no, it's the
We
other way
did-
around. You do the ambulance match last. Fire,
Wha-
casket, ambulance.
Can we do Buried Alive in
Why?
the middle?
You would go to the ambulance. You would go to the hospital before you get buried, you dork.
But yeah, but one leaves the arena, the other one doesn't.
It would be funnier if we could do Buried Alive, because then it's Inferno, casket, Buried Alive.
Yep, exactly.
God, we're morbid.
Oh shit.
So we were gonna play some games today if all 3 were here, but we're gonna
Yeah.
play it with just the 2 of
I
you.
was gonna say we're still doing this.
And for anybody in YouTube land that's listening that doesn't want to hurry up and Google something, so your answer doesn't count and you guys can't read the chat. Here's a trivia question
Kinda
for
hard
you.
not to.
Since it is the WrestleMania of football today,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean that real, the WrestleMania is bigger than the Super Bowl. Kiss my ass. Can you name, not just one off in the ring deal, can you name the 3 professional wrestlers that played in the Super Bowl? And I will give you a hint on all 3 of them. One of them has been a multi-time world champion. The other one was a part of one of the most well-known and most popular factions, or stables, I should say, of all time. And the other guy wrestled in TNA, but had a short stint in the WWE.
I know people that have played in the NFL.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know people that have done the NFL thing, but I don't know if I've ever saw somebody in the Super Bowl.
Multi-time champion. In what company?
This guy was a multiple-time WCW world champion.
Goldberg?
No. Goldberg played in the NFL, but never played in a Super Bowl.
He got me beat. I don't know.
The one that was the WCW world champion also did spend time in the WWF in the mid to late 90s.
Son of a bitch. Like I don't know WCW as well. That's my issue.
I will say that one of these, when I say it, will really piss off Mike.
So it's a bear.
He's a bear.
Is it? Oh shoot! Is it on the '85 team?
Yes. What other bear championship team is there?
The Fridge?
Nope. It is Steve Mongo McMichael.
He just passed away too.
Just passed away. He was a member of the Four Horsemen in
Huh.
WCW.
I had no idea, to be honest.
The third one is the harder one for you guys to get. Was in TNA. Did spend time in WWE. He was actually on the ECW brand. Monty Brown, whose name was Marcus Van Cor. He played for the Buffalo Bills when they lost, because that's all the Buffalo Bills do.
4 in a row.
And what's the third one?
And finally, the last one that was a WCW World Heavyweight Champion that spent time in WWE, the Mastodon, Big Van Vader.
I didn't know Vader played in the NFL.
Played for the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, you would have. I
in
would have never gotten that one.
Super Bowl 14.
I didn't know he played in the NFL. I thought he was just a wrestler that, wrestled.
You got me beat.
I know
would
he went.
not know
I know
that.
he did a stint in Japan too.
Yes, he was in Japan before he came to WCW.
I was not going to get any of those, but the minute you said McMichael, I was like, "Wow, he just passed away a couple months ago."
What was the famous main event that occurred during halftime of the Super Bowl in 1999?
Halftime heat.
Yeah.
The Rock and no. Mick Foley and The Rock.
Yes.
Yeah, good job.
And the WWE title changed hands because how did Mick Foley beat The Rock?
Don't remember. I don't think I've actually ever saw it.
Didn't Vince and Shane screw up The Rock?
It was an empty arena match.
Oh.
And Mick Foley pinned The Rock using the forklift with a skid that had kegs of beer on it.
But Austin wasn't too far away.
I was gonna say, how does that?
Didn't they try that a couple years ago? Again?
The empty arena thing?
No, the halftime
The
heat
forklift?
thing.
No, they haven't tried halftime heat for a while now, which is
thought they did.
disappointing because we could really use it this year.
Wasn't the last time a forklift was in there? Wasn't it Brock and Roman at Nashville SummerSlam a couple years ago?
That was a tractor, not a forklift.
Oh.
Didn't Roman almost run over Kevin Owens with a forklift?
No, that was with the golf cart. And
Yeah, that was the golf cart in the back.
Wasn't that with the Rumble that was in during COVID? Or was it before COVID?
I know it was Tropicana Field because they did it in the outfield of Tropicana Field.
Yeah, because whenever they went in the back and everybody saw the ring that was in the back, and they're all like, "Oh, look, that's how they train."
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to think here. Look here. Of the ones with one-offs in the WWE or a few times in the WWE, can you name the NFL players that have participated in matches?
Well, Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, Roman
One-offs.
Reigns.
All
One-offs.
Goldberg would have been a wrestler that was. Brock Lesnar never officially made an NFL roster.
Number 69 for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, he never.
Same thing with Roman, because Roman had leukemia.
Roman never made it officially on a roster. He had tryouts and
Rock?
he was on spring teams. Rock never made it to the pros.
He went to Canada.
No, wasn't The Rock on the U though for football? Back in
college, yeah, he played in Miami.
Yep.
But he played behind Warren Sapp and Russell Maryland, so he never played.
Yeah.
When you play behind those two guys, you don't play.
Yeah, he's a national champion, but never saw the field.
Yeah. Just to give you an idea of some other wrestlers that participated in the sport of football before it became more story driven than professional wrestling.
Braun Breaker.
Ernie Ladd, Big Cat Ernie Ladd from the 70s, 60s, played football. Wahoo McDaniels played for the New York Jets. I knew that one. Lex Luger played for the Green Bay Packers. Ron Simmons played, I don't remember who he played for in the NFL, but it wasn't very long, or if any at all.
Google's a wonderful thing.
Played at Florida State. If I'm not mistaken, still to this day, if you Google the highest finishing defensive player to not win the Heisman, it's Ron Simmons. Charles Woodson won it the year that it should have been Peyton in '96. Until then, Ron Simmons was the highest finishing defensive player to win or to be Heisman voting. I think he was third.
Wow.
In the years that he played. He also had his number retired at Florida State, which is a huge honor. Of course, Lawrence Taylor won the Super Bowl with the New York Giants. He's been asleep for like the last 10 minutes. Look, it's like follow like sun.
Yeah, we're both bald.
Of course, Lawrence Taylor, won a Super Bowl with the Giants. WrestleMania 11 main event with Bam Bam Bigelow. My favorite football player to get into the wrestling ring is not Pat McAfee. As many people love Pat McAfee, and I love what Pat has done, but the one guy that could have transitioned into wrestling and been big, and he's since passed away a couple years ago from a heart attack, Kevin Green. Wrestled in WCW in the off season. Every time he had a chance, he was in the ring. He was Bill Goldberg's roommate in Los Angeles when Bill first signed with the Rams in the NFL.
Well, can you say like today's generation would probably be the Braun Breaker since he played at Kennesaw State and he got cut from the NFL? But
yeah, he technically made the Ravens roster. He just got cut in preseason.
Yeah, but it's just like you think about where his career could go.
If he was like, what position was he?
Running back. Was it fullback? I thought it was running back.
Well, he was a running back at Kennesaw State, but when he came to the NFL, they played him at fullback. He very well could have been that.
He seems like he could run over people.
He could have very well been like Chris Cooley. I know that for being a Redskin fan. Chris Cooley is a
tight end.
He was drafted from Utah State to play halfback in Joe Gibbs' offense. The halfback in Joe Gibbs' offense is more of a fullback position. Then they moved him to tight end, and he fit in great as a tight end. Braun Breaker could have done the same thing had he not wanted to be a professional wrestler, because he's the perfect combination of both his dad and his uncle, which is just weird.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I watched a video.
Just dad and uncle.
I was watching a video the other day of Rick Steiner wrestling in WCW, and it was like 2000, so it was towards the end of his career. And I'm like, if Braun put on about 20 more pounds of muscle, you couldn't tell them two apart in the ring at all. They look identical. So,
yeah, Braun.
By the way, who do we think the Masked Man is?
Now, there's a lot of theories saying Adam Pearce, but I think at that due point, it was maybe either Grayson Waller or somebody else.
Well, I've heard rumors that it was Logan Paul.
I could see being Jake Paul too. That's a rumor
Jake
that I
Paul's
thought.
big and thick. Logan's
he's
skinny.
Short and thick.
Whatever. But you never know who they unveil. Like you said before.
Yeah.
You never know who it's going to be.
I don't know. I don't want it to be Logan because I like what they're all doing. The easy one is Seth, I guess.
Yeah, but it's not Seth because that dude had facial hair, like lighter facial hair.
But who they reveal, Mike?
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
I don't know. And Seth was at Rue's dance recital. He even tweeted about it to make sure you knew he was at Rue's dance recital.
I don't know. Part of me wishes it would be Adam Pearce just because I think that'd be really cool. And the other parts, like Jake Paul, that'd
if
be
it's
cool
Adam
too.
Pearce, means his time as a GM is going to be over soon, and he's going to be done.
Well, he is a producer in the back.
Once if it's Nick Aldis.
I don't think Adam Pearce is ever going to wrestle again. I want Nick Aldis to wrestle again.
I think they'll both wrestle again. They're the same age.
Yeah, but Adam Pearce has said over and over again that he's done, and Nick Aldis has said over and over again he's just waiting for the right time.
Yeah, can he come back with his Magnus theme song from TNA? Because that was a great song.
Can you give me Aldis versus Adam Pearce? I'll take that.
I thought we were getting to that. What, a year ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Is it
before we leave,
at least it'll be good, unlike Teddy versus Eric.
yeah,
Yeah.
or Laurinaitis and that whole debacle.
Where the Big Show
Are we
came
allowed
back.
to talk about him? I don't remember.
When Big Show came back and punched John Cena in the face.
Yeah. So before we get out of here today, because like we've already mentioned a couple of times, it is WrestleMania football day. I think we all know who the hell AJ has. He's wearing the jersey.
But who do I think is gonna win? It's completely different. It's
So go
very
ahead.
upsetting.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell
Go
us.
ahead. Give us a winner and a projected final score.
As you can tell, I'm rooting for the Patriots. I want
Yes.
them to win. I don't think they are, and I think it's gonna be 37 16.
Mike?
Seattle will win 35-15.
Fuck are you two in these weird ass scores?
I just don't think the game's gonna be that competitive.
It's 1 touchdown and 3 field goals.
No, you with 37 and him with 15.
Well,
That's 5 field goals. Oh, I'm gonna go with Seattle 38-10.
Yeah, I don't think this game's gonna be competitive at all.
I think it has the only way it's competitive is if the Patriots defense shows up the whole game. The only way it's competitive.
And
Or if Sam Darnold plays the Patriots for the first time since joining the Seahawks and he somehow finds ghosts again.
The only thing that I don't like,
I don't know if you remember that a couple years ago when he was with the Jets.
The only thing I don't like is the 2-week break between the conference championship games and then the Super Bowl, because it's just like it's an extra week, and I mean, all these guys are used to playing week after week after week for 18, 19, 20 weeks, and then all of a sudden
I'd rather them get it over with and start NASCAR a week earlier.
Next year you're gonna have the Super Bowl a week later, and NASCAR gets punted to my birthday weekend.
they gotta give the player association's gotta agree to that 18th game first. And that's
That
not gonna
too.
happen. They have no desire whatsoever for it.
It's okay. Baseball's coming up, so enjoy baseball for the last couple months before we never see it again.
True.
I mean, you got one full season until baseball goes into.
I think it's before we get to the playoffs, they're work stopping. I think they're playing the whole season so they get paid, and then once the playoffs start, they're gonna work stop because they don't get paid their salary for the playoffs. You get paid the portion of the home games your team has revenue from.
I could see that, but I think they'll play the whole season.
They did it in '95.
So when they play a whole season, we get to the end of the season, and the Dodgers have only lost 20 games. Do we just give them the championship?
If it's anything like 25, they fucking better not, because the Yankees were winning that goddamn World Series.
You mean 95?
You mean
25?
95?
95, yeah.
You mean 94?
Is it 94? I thought it was 95.
The strike year was 94. 95,
Okay, Google, who won the World Series?
The Marlins won against the
95.
Browns. I mean, not the Browns, the Indians.
All I know is that's
won the 1995 World Series.
There you go.
Yeah, because then the Indians went back against Miami. Tampa.
Well, no, 96 was the Yankees.
Or Florida. Florida and Cleveland were 97.
Yeah. And then Yankees 98, Yankees 99, Yankees 2000. Yankees lost to the Diamondbacks in 01. 02 was
Angels.
03 Florida Marlins. 4
Well, no.
Fuck you.
It wasn't the Angels in 02, it was the Giants in 02, wasn't it?
No, it was the Angels versus the Giants in 02.
Hi, honey.
And then 05 was my year.
Yeah.
Look
And then
great.
04 was a great year.
Yeah. Yep.
04 was a great year.
Yeah.
09 was a great year.
Hold on. We're having a little fun. I know we're off topic here. 05 was you guys.
Yep.
06,
Cardinals,
07,
Red Sox,
08,
Phillies,
09 Yankees. Last one. Very sad. 10.
Phillies.
Are you looking at it?
No, I just remember off the top of my head.
Phillies didn't win in 10.
Yes, they did.
Did they really? They went to
Yep.
3 straight World Series?
Mm-hmm. Pretty sure.
I
Somebody
don't-
can
Hold
Google
on.
it.
Hold on.
I'm pretty sure it was the Phillies because
Yeah.
the Phillies won an.
Mike, I don't want you to look this up because you're on a roll right now.
I'll do it because I care less.
And our one viewer is probably Ryan now.
What year did you say?
10
10.
10 was the Giants.
Giants. Okay, I was
Because
wrong.
I know they went on a roll for a little while.
Okay,
Giants beat the Rangers. 2011 was.
hold on.
I'm asking you. 2011 was.
Cardinals,
2012.
Giants,
2013.
Royals. No, wait, no, that wasn't
No,
the Royals.
Royals
it
was Royals is 14 because that's when they played the Mets.
It was the Giants at 13, wasn't it?
Red Sox.
Red Sox. Oh,
The
yeah.
Red,
Oh,
the
that's
Red,
right. It's
the Red
David
Sox.
the David Ortiz grand slam that Torrey Hunter fell
that's
over the wall.
That's Boston Strong World Series.
Yes. Okay.
This is our
14,
14?
city.
14 was the Giants,
15.
Royals,
16.
Northsiders. I hate them.
I love how you didn't. You're like, I'm not even calling them the Cubs.
Oh,
Next.
Okay, keep
okay.
going.
Hold on. I know you don't like them. That World Series 7 games was
It was-
probably the best World Series I've ever watched.
Yeah, that's good.
So good.
Okay.
Wrong team won because I wanted the
Yes.
Indians.
So did I. But next team,
2017.
Astros, the cheaters.
2018.
Hold on.
Red Sox.
Hold on.
Yes. Red Sox in 18.
19.
Nationals,
20.
Dodgers,
21.
Braves.
22.
Is it Astros?
And then Dodgers.
23?
No. 23 was. 23 was.
Yep, exactly. This the World Series nobody paid attention to.
The Rangers. There it is.
Thank you, because it was all West Coast and nobody cared.
And then
And
it was
20
Dodgers.
Yep.
And then Dodgers.
Roger.
Roger. Yeah.
And guess what? It's most likely gonna be Dodgers again.
It's
And
gonna be
Dodgers. And then Dodgers. And then Dodgers.
Mhm.
And then Dodgers. And then Dodgers. And then
It'll
Dodgers.
be. World Series matchup this year will probably be the Dodgers versus. Shoot, I
Anybody.
don't even know. I don't know who's gonna come out of the AL.
The
this
Yankees
year.
have done nothing, so definitely not the Yankees.
Maybe the Tigers. Maybe Tigers this year.
They did inquire for Scooble. Why?
this-
I hope he never. It's one thing I'll give Cashman. Thank God he didn't send the farm for him.
Do you think Seattle or Toronto gets back this year out of the AL? Because I mean, I don't really know who comes out of
I'd
the
be
AL this
okay
year.
with Seattle. I wanted Seattle last year because fuck the Blue Jays. Huh? Now, can you do that with Super Bowls? Can you name all 60 Super Bowls?
I could probably name you everything from like 2006 on.
What happened in 06?
The Colts won. It was Colts, and then it was the Giants.
Yeah,
And then
okay. You could stop with 06. I don't want to hear about the. Let's make Mario Manningham beat us.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys could have went undefeated that year.
Fuck you, Mike.
This game's fun.
Yeah, but no, I don't think we're seeing baseball after next year because nobody's gonna go for a salary cap as much as baseball. I feel like needs it. They also need a salary floor. So
They
teams
also
spend-
need 2 new teams. What's your point?
Can we bring on the Olympic hockey and then go back to the NHL road to the playoffs because pro basketball is terrible?
Hey, my Knicks are good.
The Wizards got a lot better.
I mean, you guys didn't. The Bulls are. I don't know what the hell the Bulls are doing. I don't even want to talk about it.
We beat the Knicks beat everybody, but the number 1 team. They lost by 40 against the Detroit.
Is the Pistons the 1 seed this year? That's
Pistons
how much
are the 1 seed.
That's how much I've not paid attention this year.
Indianapolis, guess where they
I
are?
haven't watched basketball since 2000.
Guess where Indianapolis is? After going to the
Dead
NBA
last.
Finals last year.
All their team is injured, basically.
I haven't watched basketball since Michael Jordan retired for the 3rd time.
Came back.
He played the year for the Wizards.
I mean,
I know, but the Bulls, baseball, Bulls. He retired
Wizards.
again and then went to the Wizards?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was...
He retired in 98 and came back and played in 2001, 2002? Was it 3?
Yeah, it's 3.
Yeah, because Unibrow is wearing the number 23 for the Wizards, and it's the first time somebody's
Anthony
won
Davis.
23 since then.
Good old Anthony Davis.
All right, well...
That team's smart, though. They went and got Trae Young, and they went and got Anthony Davis?
Just tell me when the playoffs start, and I'll somewhat pay attention to basketball.
Tell me when it's over with, and then LeBron can go home and have taco night all the time.
Don't we have... Don't you guys watch college basketball?
I'll start watching more college hoops. I mean, I've been paying attention to it.
No, because my team in college basketball has sucked for the last 30 years. So,
but now the February into March thing.
UConn looks
really
good,
hot.
even though they just lost to St.
Shut
John's.
up, you bandwagon jumper.
Screw you! I have nothing with football. Give me the basketball.
No. Yeah, my basketball team has been terrible for 30 years. So,
Kentucky's somewhat decent this year, so we'll see.
I'm a local guy. I'm a Georgetown fan, and they're horrible.
I mean, they were good. Like
30 years ago.
No.
They haven't won a national championship since early 90, 91, something like that. 90?
Yeah, but they were good 10 years ago, weren't they?
They had some good times in the Big East.
Good seasons, but could never put it together in a tournament.
They
were always out.
I remember.
I think they made the Sweet 16 or the Elite 8 maybe once or twice in the last 12 years.
I remember Kemba Walker's UConn blowing the shit off of Georgetown one year in the tournament.
Shut up.
This is what you're doing. This is what I want you to do.
Exactly.
Did you just tell me to shut up? Yes. Get it?
Yes,
Got
you
it?
did.
Good? Doubt it.
I told you very politely. Shut the fuck up.
All right,
So
everybody.
anyhow, everybody enjoy WrestleMania Football Day.
If you're gonna drink, drive responsibly.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, don't drive with an open container. Wait till you get to where you're going.
Yep.
And don't tell the cop that yes, you were watching your phone.
I'm just listening to it, sir. I'm sorry. It's right here. Might want to turn that thing off while you're talking to the cop, though.
Hey,
Jeez.
can you disconnect me? Yes. That's how you should have done it.
Wait until that person sees the end of this show.
I don't think he will.
Either one of them. The one's sleeping because he's got influenza A, and the other one's got probably pissed off because he did get pulled over.
Well, since the fat man's not here, hit it, AJ.
I'm glad you two are yeeting because I'm not yeeting no more. My arms can't do it.
Bye, everybody. Take care. See you later. Yeet.